taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Seminoles will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So the Arkansas Razorbacks will have some work to do after that short return. And here comes this quarterback. When he takes the field, he brings a certain swagger and charisma out there that not only the entire team, the entire stadium seems to feed off of.
You can feel it. It's different. It's special. Guys like this don't come around very often, but he makes the whole team better, but the belief is strong because he continues to make plays and be there for his team every time they need.
There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, or proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. Makes the catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Seminoles will hustle to the line. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Noles! They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, and you see some quarterbacks who hesitate to throw the ball in the middle. I love it when you attack the whole field. And the middle of the field and being able to throw over linebackers and between safeties is a big skill. But show that defense. You will attack everywhere.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love DBs that want to tackle. They get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Fullbacks, a.k.a. blocking backs, a.k.a. don't touch the football very often and usually don't go far down the field. But nice little chunk run here for the fullback. Give him the ball, reward the big fella.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
There's a lot of things you can teach quarterbacks. Some things you just can't, and that's athleticism and understanding when you've got to scramble and when you've got to take off and try to make something positive happen. And that guy just shows you the instincts he has playing the position, getting the ball down now to the 5-yard line.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 2nd and goal. Running back goes in motion. He'll ride his man on the option. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. They'll come to the line just 1 yard shy of the goal line on 3rd down. On the option. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
Nice job on 3rd and goal. You know what's coming. I know what's coming. The physicality. The offensive line doing a great job. And the fullback gets the handoff right up the gut, takes it downhill, uses his power, and falls into the end zone for the touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and
he's going for it all. And the ball is intercepted.
Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
On the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And this is a defense that prides themselves on their ability to go sideline to sideline. It's going to be tough for this offense to go QB option in this game. And you just saw the speed of the defense right there, getting a big stop.
And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that play.
The Razorbacks get it past the sticks. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Here comes the option. Just slithered through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain. And the Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming. They'll go to the fullback. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. And now on 2nd down for this offense. On the option. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to try to get it himself. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll try to run for it. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be first down. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line.
You got to feel good for this kid, too. He worked so hard this past offseason to put himself in position to be the starting running back, and he's got
all kinds of running room at the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, and you kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
no doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
They'll run the option. He locked up and held on to bring it down. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Rice. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on...
Looking for a deep man. Got it in stride inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Seminoles.
And that is the first passing touchdown, first of many of the season for this offense. Nice drive by the offense. Way to finish it, take care of the football, make some plays in the passing game. This offense looks like they're going to be a really hard one to stop.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that.
He's off to the races. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Now on the option. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run with the ball. Looking to pick up a first down on 3rd and short from the 43. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires on the move. He makes the catch. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. And the Razorbacks have their offense in high gear. Goes to the option. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas!
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Kentucky delivered a statement victory that's going to be celebrated in Bluegrass country for some time. And if this team's not careful, they could have themselves a football program there in Lexington. A lot.
Unloads it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
I know that shot down the field was incomplete, but you got to keep taking shots. Those receivers love to go deep. It gives them a breath of fresh air. They get more excitement. They're going to the quarterback with a little bit more juice because you know you're feeding them. So I would keep taking deep shots down the field.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be 3rd and short. They're going to run it to the right. He powers his way ahead, gets 3, but they're still looking at 4th and 2. A couple of yards shy of the first down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive. Then.
And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The Noles headed quickly to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Skips away from pressure. With the catch, it's Rice. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Running back searching for a hole. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. They'll run the option. Quick toss. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. He's up to 113 yards on the ground, and he wanted to make a first impression, and he's doing that in this opening game. Out of the gun to give to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll try the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quick strike complete. And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Splits the uprights. It's good. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. Looking for those open spaces and opportunities. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you know, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Feeling some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Power football with the run. Oh, he left him grabbing. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Wants to throw on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Finds a man in the middle. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Unloads to the wideout. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Here's the return from inside his 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. He's looking to throw it. Going over the top. He's got it down the right side. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out.
Off he goes! Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Noles want to move quickly. Quick release on the RPO.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
The option look. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Seminoles are marching down the field.
Well, no mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off, keep the drive alive.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He'll ride his man on the option. The pitch. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, no! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And the option play, the quarterback basically blocks the edge defender. So you watch the edge defender comes to him, and he commits to him, and then he pitches the ball to the running back, and the running back can do his thing, running the football all the way to the house. It's basically a block on the quarterback on the defensive play.
And the returner will be brought down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got his man. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. And the Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. The give to the fullback. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. On the option. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. The Razorbacks are in the hurry-up.
No surprise. I mean, with the way they're running the ball early in this game, they're just going to keep doing it. And they're just not hammering out 2, 3, 4-yard gains. They're gashing this defense. You saw it right there.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defensive end understanding football? Understanding that I got to keep outside contained. I'm responsible for the quarterback. Good job playing his responsibility. And how about getting that sucker on the ground? He's a pretty good athlete to be able to corral him, tackle him right in the middle of the field, and get him to the ground.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Rolls it in. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well.
Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Got his man quickly. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Rice. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them the first down. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history in Florida State. They've been up and down in the recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
They'll immediately call timeout. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll try it on the ground. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a 3rd down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete downfield. He's into the open down the middle. Touchdown, Razorbacks. And that one will give them the lead.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense big field.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. The Seminoles racing to the line in a hurry up. On the option. He'll pull it on the read. And it's loose. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble. 2nd down after the offense averted absolute disaster. Pre-snap motion quarterback trying to get a read. Now the toss. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. Still running at the 40. Nothing but green ahead. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Florida State.
And the big play starts with the quarterback making the right decision, getting the defense to come to him, pitching the football, and Jesse, the running back, catches it and does the rest.
He does, and he also had good blocking downfield, too. Some of those receivers outside helping him out, but, man, with his speed when he's on the perimeter, the options executed that well, it is virtually impossible to stop. Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Give to the fullback. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. If they thought it would fool them to give it to the fullback, that was not the case.
Yeah, give this defense credit. They obviously watched a lot of film this week, and they knew there were a lot of different guys offensively that could touch the football, including the fullback, but he had no room to go there.
Defense is about seeing it and pulling the trigger. You can tell they pull the trigger so fast, get to the back, get him on the ground quickly.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. The snap sets up the throw. They're working that left side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. He'll bring it back. It's Rice. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. The back goes in motion. They go to the ground. At the 45 on its way. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, that's called paying off good field position. You've got the lead here late in the game. You've got the ball back. You're on your opponent's side of the 50, and on your very first play, you break off a long run. This defense right now is playing on their heels late.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles! And they take it in for 6 more points. He has spent a lot of time in that end zone at an absolute assault on the scoreboard.
No doubt about it. And guess what? I get to make a lot of highlights. I can copy and paste all of these touchdowns, show everybody the game I had. The defense, well, you just have to shake your head because you've been getting dominated.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Now on the option. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they were trying to set up the option, but the quarterback had no chance. Did you see the defensive tackle penetrate? What a great first step. He shot right through the offensive line and got the TFL.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. He'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. He'll set up to throw. Fires downfield. He's got an open man. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line.
And the fullback breaks off a nice gainer there. No such thing as just 3 yards in a cloud of dust with this guy. He can make people miss and get you a play.
They'll go to work on 2nd down after doing damage on the ground. Goes to the option. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. After the strong run on 2nd down, 3rd down coming. Do they do it again? They'll run the option. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Razorbacks will try to pin them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Guys as here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
The option look. Now the pitch. At the 40, there he goes. And he caught that pitch in stride and was off to the races. A big gain and a first down for this offense. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll pitch it. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Knowles! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter back. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this thing.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on 2nd down from the 13. He's looking to throw. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pirouettes through. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got it past the marker. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. He wants to throw. Coming after him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. On 2nd down, wants to throw.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed. Coming from the outside, he was able to get to the quarterback for another.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Noles will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a...
He's going for the big play. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the pass is picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll take another shot here. It's complete. Touchdown, Florida State. And the pummeling has started.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First down here for the offense. He's going to pass. He wants a big play here late. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to...
He wants to take the top off. Picked off. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. We waited so long to start.